Today we're going to talk about how you would answer an RFI from the Verizon Developer Community. The first thing you're going to get is an email notification. So here I've got a Google email account up, and you'll see something similar to this. It'll say Verizon Apps, and it'll tell you the group that is sending the RFI. So if you click on that, you're going to see this email, and it'll give you not only the RFI comments, what the business group is asking you, but also instructions on how to respond to the RFI. And I'll actually go through those steps now. First thing you want to do is to log into the VDC. What you'll do is go into the Manage Applications, select Verizon Apps, and you'll come to your application title list. You'll notice that there's a red envelope icon here, and that indicates that there's an RFI message for that specific application. So what you want to do is select that application, and you'll see the devices that are tied to that application, and you'll see that there's a red envelope associated with each of these devices. Now you only have to answer the RFI once for your initial submission because all the devices are grouped together. So what we'll do is just select any of the device icons. If you scroll down, you'll see the detail page. So this is where it tells you the status, and it'll tell you where all your metadata information is up here. So here we can see this is in Content Standards, it's in RFI, it had already moved through Content Programming. We would just come up here to the envelope icon for the Messaging Center. Selecting that will give you the Message Center. And here you can see all the different messages. Now this is a test account, so you'll see probably a lot more than you would see in a normal circumstance, but I would select the message, and it'll tell you a couple of different things. So here it'll give you the actual information from the group. So this could be up to 3,000-4,000 characters. So if there's a lot of different issues, it'll be explained right there. It'll give you a date where you should respond by. And what you want to do is take a look at this and address whatever concerns that the business group might have. So in this situation, there's not anything specifically being asked, but let's say, for example, there was a question from the legal group on a specific question. If this was to mention, let's say, copyright, they had noticed that there's some information that may need copyright protection. They just want to validate with you that that's in fact that you have those. What you would do is you'd read the issue, and then you'd go up here to these different tabs, and then you can answer these. So in this case, we would go to the Legal tab, and you can go through here and see the different questions. Now, in this case, if this was the copyright question that I was mentioning before, and you see that I had initially answered no. Well, maybe legal is looking at this and saying, hey, can you validate that you do have the copyright? If you do, and you accidentally answered incorrectly, you would just go in here and change your answer from no to yes. And then you'd come back down here, hit review and submit. This will pop up the change. And you can make multiple changes. So let's say there may be a question, or there could be metadata changes, changing a screenshot or a description. You can do them all at the same time by just switching through those tabs and then hitting the review. This is just reminding you that you need to respond to the RFI message in order to move it through the process. And then we would just click submit. So now that's been submitted, so I've changed that. So I want to make sure I go back to my messaging center. I'm going to click on my message, and then I want to hit the reply button here. So you want to make sure that you're replying to the RFI and not setting a new message, because a new message will go back to the Verizon approvers, but it doesn't move the application through the process. So in this case, I would hit reply. You would just type in your message that yes, you've changed the question, or if you had any concerns, you could address them there. After you completed that, you would hit the send button, and that's it. The same process would apply for any other question. Just make sure you go through these tabs up here, all your graphics, are on this tab. So these are your screenshots as well as your device icons. Your information includes a lot of your short description, long description, that type of thing. And then your legal tab is where a lot of the questions in regard to encryption, copyright, and those types of things are all addressed.